Hello and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today we're talking about challenges and productivity, a super important topic because almost everyone deals with some manner of challenge, and being able to respond to challenge is one of the absolute critical ways of enhancing one's productivity. So thanks for being here. If you are new to the show, we speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. You can go to productivethroughjoy.com and see about us. I should probably also say, for those of you who are new to the show, a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I'm the author of the New York Times bestseller, Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called my people, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel, Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown, of course, was murdered in the conflagration that ensued. Happened initially there as well. Again, a shout out to Michael Brown's family, his mom in particular. I mean, bless that family. My educational back, I should say that I'm the president of the board of directors of the World Stage, a 501c3 nonprofit here in Los Angeles, which has an amazing series of programs, jazz and literature, a workshop, and performance space. Powerful. Go to theworldstage.org to learn more about that. I am also my educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. I'm currently a professor of English and assistant professor of English here in Los Angeles at Loyola Marymount University. Listen, I'm an expert at being productive, all right? I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity, given how really crazy my own personal narrative is. I am the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a single divorcee. Yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Kool Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" And if I can be this productive through joy, so can many of us who again are watching this show. So again, thanks for being here. Yeah, thanks for being here. Should I say next? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And so we are. Yes, we're talking today about challenges in productivity. I'd forgotten. I got a little bit off track. Challenges in productivity. Today and we'll get to that in just a matter of moments. We like to, on the morning show, again, we air at 4:45 a.m. Right now, and also 4:45 p.m. That show is on Facebook Live. Let me encourage you to hit the subscribe button, become a subscriber, and get all these videos for free. I did say free, 1, 2, 3, 4, free, and see about us. Again, we speak to groups, schools, and organizations. Have me come out, speak to your group, school, or organization. In the morning show, we also touch on the idea of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you. As we know, we encounter challenges oftentimes, and those challenges get deep inside our gray matter. We find ourselves waking up at times thinking about the very things that are bothering us, and they can stay with us and be on our mind throughout the day until our time to re-enter sleep mode, and we bring those challenges, those concerns with us into our sleep. And that this process, this very dangerous cyclical process, can go on for a matter of months or even years for some of us. That's our life. I mean, I've been there. I know what it's like. That is not how you want to be living your life, and that's how a lot of people live their life. I know from experience, but also from knowing a lot of people in my various professional iterations. So if that's you, I know you know that I'm telling some absolute truth, because that's just a painful way to live. Again, I've been there. And so we help people address that, because that when you are troubled in your mind, it really affects your body by providing stress. Stress, as we know, is a killer. It impacts heart conditions. It impacts the body. It just breaks you down. You don't want that to be how you go out, stress the hell out. So we help people deal with that by framing their day using ritual. And ritual can be defined as essentially doing the same thing at around the same time. And so let me give you my brief morning ritual to serve as an exemplar, which is this is best seen through example. So I like to just tell my brief morning ritual. So in the mornings, including this morning, I wake up at 3:30 a.m. I read hella early, early AF. I read a couple of spiritual or business books. I do our show at 4:45, and then at 5, I work on my current book until sunrise. And at sunrise, I go out to the beach. I live here along the coast in Venice Beach, California. I bring my drum. I go meditate. I pray. I do yoga. Then I return back to work on my book for a while longer. Then I go back to the beach to run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica's Pier. Run all the way back here to Venice to go to my gym. Go to the gym to get my buff on, to get my workout in. So guys, by like 10:30 or so, I'm feeling amazing. My body is being flooded with endorphins. And that endorphin release gives me a sense of euphoria that I can then leverage to move myself towards my goals and objectives. We're not saying do what I do, we're saying do what you do. And we help individuals create a ritual to do what they do so that they may be more productive through joy, all right? So as part of my morning ritual and reading today, I'm reading 2 great books. I'm reading a book called The 1 Minute Millionaire, which is a book that blends entrepreneurial strategy with spirituality, basically, which is a very powerful book. It talks about being an enlightened millionaire. And then I'm also reading a book called The Nag Hammadi Library, also known as The Nag Hammadi Reader, which is a compendium of spiritual writings from the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd centuries, primarily Gnostic traditional writings. Wow, powerful stuff. From those 2 books, I extract some wisdom, which I call the morning chant. And today's morning chant is, as a meditating natural mystic, God transforms my challenges into opportunities to build my faith that God has my back. That's kind of a lot of words to say. That's a great one today because I've had my own series of challenges of late, so this is for me as well. So I contemplate that particular reading. I place it on my phone so I can pop it out as I go through my day, and also create the morning and afternoon shows based upon this reading. So today we're talking about challenges and productivity. Again, go to the subscribe button first. Hit that subscribe button, become a subscriber, get all these videos for free. Holla at your boy. Let's dive into the topic, and also have me come out, of course, to speak to your group, school, or organization. All right. So point 1, as we dive into our discussion about challenges and productivity, point 1 is you want to create a mindset where a challenge is an opportunity. Now, of course, naturally, organically, and humanly, when the situation first emerges, it's normal to like say, oh no, dang, why? That's normal. But you don't want to sit in that situation. You want to be able to see this as an opportunity to grow and to learn. Now that is a difficult transition, which goes into point 2. You then, once you're over the initial shock and dismay of the thing that's challenging you, you want to begin to ask yourself, man, what heretofore skill set is this situation going to bring out of me, right? What am I to learn through this situation? You have to really, really be in that mindset, and trust me, that takes a lot of work. Which goes into point 3. In order to have this process really work, you have to be rooted in some type, you don't have to, but it really helps you to be rooted in some type of spiritual practice, energetic practice. I talked about my morning rituals, meditating, etc. It can be almost anything, but there needs to be a thing that can give you strength, because your mind is going to want to just go into like woe is me mode. Trust me, I've been in woe is me mode a lot. And so, but once you can have that foundation of spiritual grounding, you can look at that situation as a chance to grow and learn. And that's it for today's show. Boom goes the dynamite. Thanks for being here. Go to productivethroughjoy.com. Holler at us. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.